yourself. What the heck? What happened? This happens in life. Follow what you feel inside. It's intuitive, you don't have to try. It comes naturally. Oh, it comes naturally.
And it takes my breath away. What you do so naturally. You are the thunder and I am the lightning. And I love the way you know who you are. And to me it's exciting. When you know it's meant to be. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. When you're with me, baby. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. Baby,
Have a way of moving me. It's the feel of you and your energy. It comes naturally.
you know it does. It comes naturally. And it takes my breath away. Every time what you do so naturally. You are the thunder and I am the lightning. And I love the way you know who you are. And to me it's exciting. When you know it's meant to be. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. When you're with me, baby. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. Sparks fly when you look in my eyes. It takes my breath away. You are the thunder and I am the lightning. And I love the way you know who you are. And to me it's exciting. When you know it's meant to be. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. When you're with me, baby. Everything comes naturally. It comes naturally. Everything, baby, comes naturally.
Thank you. Oh. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, Boy, you fill me with so much joy. You give
What someone. Thank God it sent you from above.
I've been searching for you. So glad that I found one. I've been feeling for you. I'm so happy, baby. I've been searching for you. So glad that I found one. I've been feeling for you. I'm so happy, baby. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Can't be me without you, babe. That I wouldn't be without you, babe. Woo! Thank you.
Thank you, Divine. Beautiful voice. Thank you, Eagle Academy. We're getting ready to start now, so. I have it. I have the remote.
Good evening. I think we'll start this off with one of our graduates with our opening remarks. Please welcome Ms. Shelby Broughton.
Good evening, and my name is Shelby Broughton. I am more than honored to be able to stand in front of you today as a graduate of the 2026 class. On behalf of the 2026 seniors, I would like to thank our principal, Mr. Broker, for making all of this possible, as well as teachers, family, and friends who have all helped us along the way. Your guys' love, support, and guidance is truly why we were able to stand here today. And for the class of 2026, congratulations and good job to all of you. You are all unique, smart, and beautiful in your own ways, but there's also something we all have in common. We have all struggled significantly in different ways to end up at this high school, but there's also something beautiful about that. All the friendships, relationships, hardships, and bad days, good days, and long weekends have all shaped the door to our future. We all got a second chance to prove that our futures are just as bright as everyone else's. And for that, you should give yourself a pat on the back. And with that, congratulations and give a big welcome to the graduating class of 2026. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by Lucas Millage and Andrew Bartow, who will be joining the United States Marine Corps in February.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're going to raise this up just a little. Good evening. Welcome, families, friends, community members, and dare I say, Eagle alumni. Can I hear you? Love it. Absolutely love seeing your faces. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate the incredible accomplishments of the January 2026 graduating class of Eagle Academy High School. It is truly a joy to see so many faces in support of our kids, each of whom has worked hard to reach this milestone. Before we begin our celebration, I'd like to take a moment to recognize and introduce the distinguished and honored guest seated on the stage with us this evening. These individuals represent our district and play an essential role in guiding and supporting the work we do every day at Eagle. Through their dedication and leadership, they help shape our program, provide resources and opportunities that empower our students, support their families, and uplift our entire Douglas County community. Seated to my right, please join me in welcoming Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Danny Windsor. Board of Education Director, Ms. Kelly Densler. Board of Education Director, Mr. Brad Geiger. Board of Education Director, Mr. Tony Ryan. Last but not least, my boss, Executive Director of Pathways, Choice, and of course, Alternative Education, Ms. Nikki Ballo. Thank you again for your tireless efforts in supporting the students of Eagle Academy High School and the Douglas County community. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to our Douglas County communication team in the back of the room for live streaming this evening's ceremony so those who are unable to be here tonight can take part in this celebration. I would also like to express our deep gratitude to the volunteer groups and many organizations whose continued generosity provides Eagle Academy, our students, our staff, and our community. Your support allows us to pervert our strong sense of preserving our family feel at Eagle. Thank you for being such an important part of what makes Eagle Academy so special. I've had the honor to lead this school. This is my 10th year at Eagle Academy. But the true heart and success lies in dedication of so many people, their passionate, tireless work. I have the most amazing, incredible teachers, counselors, support staff that any principal, could ever ask for. Please give a round of applause. Stand, Eagle. Again, this is about our kids tonight, and I want to hear as many of their voices as possible, and we will start with the first of 4 graduate speakers. Please give a round of applause for Miss Samantha Gant.
Good evening, faculty, families, guests, and of course our graduates. Today we stand together at a pivotal moment in our lives, a juncture that marks both an ending and a beginning, a time filled with a mix of nostalgia, excitement, and anticipation for what lies ahead. As we sit here together, I am reminded of the countless moments that have led us to this point in time. Our journey has been one of immense growth, learning, and transformation. It has never been the easiest, and we've accepted that. We've faced challenges that seem impossible, yet here we are, having achieved a significant milestone in our lives. This achievement is a testament of our resilience, dedication, and the unwavering support of everyone around us today. And to our teachers, thank you for your invaluable support and guidance, for challenging us to think critically and inspiring us to pursue our passions. You have not just taught us, but prepared us for the world beyond these 4 walls. To families, we thank you for your endless love and encouragement. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. You have been the pillars of strength, cheering us on every step of the way, no matter how big that step was. And finally, our graduates, look around you. You realize that we did all of this together. Together we have grown in knowledge and character. We have shared experiences that will forever bond us. And as we move forward, let us take along not just the lessons that we've learned here, but the spirit of the community and collaboration that has been the hallmark of our time here as Eagles. As we embark on our next adventure, remember that the future is ours and ours only to shape and conquer. Let us go forth with courage and conviction, ready to make our mark on the world. Let us be agents of change, using what we know and what we've been taught to make a positive impact, because once an Eagle, always an Eagle.
Please join me in welcoming Miss Lily Kobe. And Sid.
Okay. Good evening, administrators, teachers, staff, families, and my fellow Eagle students. My journey to this stage was not easy, nor was it traditional, and quite frankly, at times, it was something I never thought would happen. I, like many others here, struggled in multiple schools, often feeling like I didn't belong, or I couldn't keep up no matter the circumstance, whether I was trying or whether I wasn't. There were moments when school felt like not a place of learning and socializing, but more like a place of constant pressure, fear, judgment, and doubt. When I was a sophomore in school, I lost one of my best friends, along with other people who should be here today but aren't. Carrying that grief and confusion of why it happened, all while trying to keep going, was heavy. There were so many times when I felt like it was simply impossible to balance school and all these emotions while trying to convince myself everything was okay. I struggled with my mental health. Some days showing up took everything I had. I lied constantly to my parents about where I was, what I was doing, saying I was in class when really I was anywhere but there, and I would continually lie, saying I had no homework when in reality I would just shove it in my backpack. When I came to Eagle, it gave me something I hadn't always felt: understanding. I wasn't defined by my struggles or my attitude. Instead, I was supported through them. It was this ability to get support unconditionally that really allowed me to feel like I could be a good student and ultimately be here. A huge part of my growth came from somebody very special, Sid. Sid isn't just a dog walking beside me through the halls. He was my knight in shining armor when my thoughts felt overwhelming or anxiety took over. He was my motivation on days I didn't believe in myself. There were days when all I wanted to do was sleep, stay home, but I knew I couldn't, and I knew my dog probably needed to get out. Sid helped me learn how to navigate my emotions, learn to recognize why I was feeling what I was, even when it felt scary, confusing, or just plain out stupid. Through Sid, I learned that needing support doesn't make you weak. It makes you brave enough to take care of yourself and recognize what you need. It's crazy to think a dog who can't even communicate with words the way that we do has been able to teach me so much through the years we've had him. Lastly, to the teachers and staff, thank you for your patience, your compassion, and the ability to believe in students like myself. You saw potential when sometimes I couldn't see it, no matter how long I stared in the mirror. It was your belief in me and constant support that has allowed me to be here today. To my loved ones and my family, thank you for standing beside me through the hardest moments and never giving up on me. I know that even though sometimes it made you really mad, it was just you caring and loving me unconditionally. To my fellow graduates, each one of us carries a story of resilience. Some may be heard and some may be held in silence, but we are proof that setbacks don't always mean failure, nor do they define us. It does show that healing, growth, and success will happen on its own timeline, but it's our ability to move forward that's important. We made it, and that is something to be extremely proud of. Everyone's story is valid and real, even if it's not the same as someone else's. I'm very proud of you all. Thank you.
How do you top that? Wow. You have the best job in the world. Please welcome Lucas Milledge.
Good evening, everyone. When I first walked through the doors of Eagle Academy, I was nervous, just like anyone would be starting somewhere new. I didn't know what to expect, and honestly, I wasn't sure I even belonged there. But it didn't take long to realize that Eagle wasn't just another school. It was a place where people actually cared. The staff members and students quickly felt more like family, and for the first time, I didn't dread going to school. I knew I was supported, and I knew that no matter what I was dealing with, there was always someone willing to listen. I came to Eagle at a time when I was struggling more than I ever had before. I was failing all my classes and felt completely lost. My brother had joined Eagle just months before me and was doing incredibly well. He was getting high honor roll, great grades, and proving that success was possible. Seeing him succeed made me think that maybe this school could help me too. So I took a chance, even though I wasn't sure how it would turn out. I started at Eagle during my sophomore year, and I only had about half of a credit. I was far behind, and I knew I had a long road ahead of me. Nothing about this journey was easy. I had to work harder than I ever thought I could, push through frustration, and stay motivated even when things felt overwhelming. But I didn't do it alone. The teachers here never gave up on me, even when I struggled to believe in myself. They encouraged me, challenged me, and supported me every step of the way. And because of them, I'm standing here today. Thank you for everything that you've done, not just for me, but for every student whose life you've changed. Some of my best memories were made at this school. I met incredible people and formed friendships that helped carry me through the hardest days. Even when school felt overwhelming, my friends always found a way to make me laugh, keep me smiling, and remind me I wasn't alone. I may not remember every single moment we shared, but I'll always remember how Eagle made me feel supported, accepted, and understood. The past few years have been some of the hardest years of my life. One of the biggest challenges was when my brother left home to join the Marine Corps. It was not just hard for me, but for my entire family. Watching him leave was emotional, but it also inspired me. His courage, dedication, and willingness to take on something bigger than himself motivated me to push forward and work harder than ever. Because of that inspiration, I'm proud to say that in about a month, on February 23rd, I'll be taking that next step myself. Eagle Academy didn't just help me earn credits or graduate. It helped prepare me for life beyond school. It taught me discipline, perseverance, and the importance of believing in yourself, even when things seem impossible. As we all move on to our next chapters, I hope we remember where we started and how far we've come. No matter what paths we choose, the lessons we learned at this school will stay with us. Eagle Academy gave many of us a second chance and showed us that with support, effort, and determination, anything is possible. To the teachers and staff, thank you for seeing potential when we struggle to see it ourselves. Your impact goes far beyond the classroom, and the lessons you taught us will stay with us long after today. And to the class of 2026, carry this with you. Carry the resilience you built, carry the confidence that comes from overcoming obstacles. No matter where life takes us next, remember that we earned this moment. Thank you.
Our last graduate speaker, Mr. Landon Coy.
Good evening, everyone. 4 years ago, if you looked at my life, you wouldn't have seen a guy in a cap and gown. You would have seen a kid who had skipped every single class for 2 years straight and spent way too much time making life difficult for local porta potties. Back then, I didn't have a plan. I was just drifting, unmotivated, and reckless. I never thought a day like this was actually possible for someone like me. I didn't think a diploma was in my cards. But then I walked through the doors at Eagle. Some people talk about flipping a switch, but it wasn't just me flipping a switch. It was the school refusing to let my light go out. Every time I tried to slide back into my old ways, there was someone there to pull me back. Miss Simpson, thank you for the literal wake-up calls. Your water bottle sprays kept me focused, and your humor kept me going. Thanks for never letting me hide and always pushing me to be better. Miss Myers cared for my heart as much as my grades. She gave me the space to vent and ensured I was okay as a person, not just a student. Miss Norton, thank you for the chaos that made us family. From campfire songs to Arizona tea candles. That power outage proved we weren't just a class, we were a tribe. Mr. Jensen, thank you for the tough love by knowing when to talk smack and when to be serious. You showed me the balance between being a man of grit and a man of heart. Mr. Harnett, your patience was legendary by staying cool in the craziest environment I've ever seen. You taught me more about composure than any book ever could. And Miss Patton, whether you were joking about paying our bail or checking in on me every single day when I had my concussion, you were the helping hand I always knew I could reach for. You kept us laughing even when things were hard. Saying goodbye feels impossible when someone has left such a mark on so many. Your memory is tucked safely in our hearts forever. Many schools put the word family on a poster, but at Eagle, we actually lived it. We've seen each other at our absolute worst and fought to reach our best. And that fight is exactly why we're standing on this stage today. Finally, I have to look back to where it all started. Mr. Broker, 4 years ago, you sat across from me in an interview and saw potential in a kid who had given up on himself. Thank you for opening the door, not just for me, but for every student here. I walked in with no plan, but now I'm walking out a man with a future. Once an eagle, always an eagle. Thank you.
Nice job. Impressive. Wow. I would now like to bring attention to our graduates sitting before us today and some of the accolades that they're wearing as part of what we call the graduation regalia. Each cord and medallion tells a story of perseverance, excellence, and meaningful involvement. You may notice cords of various colors draped across shoulders, each representing an academic achievement, a leadership role, a service commitment. Others wear medals or pins representing departmental honors. These symbols are not just decorations. They are reflections of late nights, determined efforts, and deep commitment to both personal and academic growth. So as we celebrate today, let us take a moment to acknowledge the hard work, dedication, and resilience of every graduate seated before us. You've not only reached the finish line, you've done so with distinction. So at this time, students wearing a silver cord signifying honor roll, which identifies that they had a GPA between 3.0 and a 3.49, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Students wearing a gold cord signifying high honor roll, which identifies that they have a GPA between a 3.5 and a perfect 4.0. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Students wearing a red cord, by the way, a really hard cord to get. And you'll know why in a second. Signifying perfect attendance. Alumni, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Students wearing a light blue cord signifying community service. Our school district requires every graduate to have a minimum of 20 hours of community service, but we believe in recognizing above and beyond. This student not only exceeded 50 hours, but also received an additional pin for going over 150 hours of community service. To be exact, 152. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Students wearing the purple, orange, and red cords signifying completion of a fine arts honor in either art, music, or theater. Please stand and be recognized. And those students who had completed several of these honors also received a pin. You may remain standing. Students wearing the red, white, and blue cords signifying future service in the United States military branch, please stand and be recognized. Get used to it. Hoorah. You may be seated. Students wearing a purple and white cord signifying academic accomplishment in either our career and technical education or concurrent enrollment classes. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. The last two accolades reflect an ongoing commitment at Eagle Academy to providing opportunities and emphasizing the importance of leadership. Student leaders must develop self-confidence, a trait that reinforces other essential qualities such as humility, authenticity, self-empowerment, and of course, assertiveness. In doing so, they become role models for other students. Students wearing our school color, green and silver cords, signifying membership in the Eagle Leadership Council, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Last but not least, we have a leadership medallion that we bestow on students that show many of the qualities I just mentioned. And it is probably the most prestigious honor we give to students at Eagle Academy High School. Please stand and be recognized. Please be seated. Lastly, I also would like to recognize that we had some scholarship winners this evening. And we have two major scholarship groups that support Eagle Academy. The first is our Friends of Eagle Academy Scholarship Group, and they're part of the Parker Task Force. And we had 3 students this evening that received scholarships from them. Please stand and be recognized. And our other scholarship affiliation is with the Highlands Ranch Rotary, and we had 2 students that were honored with that this evening. Please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Now, a few parting words for our graduates. Yeah, you're going to hear me. Are you excited? You're excited to hear me, right? Yeah, you should be. You've worked hard to get here. Eagle graduates, you have maintained this pursuit with style and dignity. And I want you to know I appreciate each and every one of you. It has been a privilege to stand beside you during your time at Eagle. It's hard to believe this is my 10th year up at this podium. When I started, you guys were in elementary school. I don't know about you, but for me, that feels like yesterday. It's been a true pleasure for me to share this journey with you and watch you grow into strong young adults you are today. As I often do at graduations, I try to choose a message in my keynote that allows each and every one of you a moment of pause and hopefully reflection. This is not meant to be a lecture, but an opportunity to cultivate your thinking as you approach the next chapters of your lives. It is words to live by. It could be. I'll let you decide how this message resonates with you and your future journeys. But know, in these moments, my message is always one that will help you shape the type of life we would wish for all of you. And it starts with 3 words: embracing the unknown. Today, we celebrate a class that knows a great deal about what it means to navigate uncertainty, and most importantly, to rise through it. To the graduating class of 2026, let me say this: you are not just a class defined by courses and credits. You earned to be on this stage this evening. You are a class of trailblazers. You have journeyed through disruptions that no one could have anticipated. Whether it was global events that reshaped our world or personal challenges that tested your strength, and through it all, you have shown us something powerful: resilience. You adapted when the rules changed overnight. You stayed curious even when the path ahead was unclear. You built community even when distance seemed like a barrier. You found a way forward, not because it was easy, but because you refused to stop growing. In short, you embraced the unknown, and you turned it into your classroom. Now, as you stand on the edge of your next chapter, the unknown greets you once again. And yes, it will feel uncomfortable at times, It always does. But I urge you, do not meet the future with fear. Meet it with curiosity, with courage, with the same open-mindedness that brought you to this moment today. Because here's the truth. Change is not just something that happens to you, it's something you get to shape. You have a say in what comes next. You carry with you tools to build, to adapt, to influence, and most importantly, to lead. So when things don't go exactly as planned, and they often won't, remember that's not failure, it's not failure, that's possibility. It's life saying, there's much more to discover here. I will quote somebody you've probably all read, Dr. Seuss. He once wrote a book that my distinguished retired colleague in the audience, Ms. Manzanares, knows very well. Oh, the places you'll go. I quote, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose." God, I love Dr. Seuss. And if the direction ahead seems foggy, keep moving. Keep asking questions. Keep choosing growth over comfort. Class of 2026, the world needs your energy, your ideas, your resilience. The unknown isn't something to fear. It's your invitation to create something new. Congratulations. Not just on making it here, but on everything you've become along the way. We are all so proud of you, and even more excited for the places you'll go. Congratulations, class of 2026. I'm going to invite our Assistant Superintendent, Mr. Windsor, up here to receive our class. Mr. Windsor, I hereby attest and confirm that the students seated on the stage have successfully completed the minimum requirements set forth by the Board of Education for the Douglas County School District and are deserving of that recognition by the presentation of a high school diploma.
Thank you, Mr. Broker. On behalf of Douglas County Schools and our Board of Education, it is our distinct honor and pride to accept the 2026 graduating class from Eagle Academy. Congratulations.
I'm going to take a breather and invite Mr. Stephen Donnelly up here for the reading of the graduates' names.
Y'all ready? Yes. All right, we're going to do this. Mr. Andrew Bartow.
I would like to thank my family, my friends, and of course the Eagle staff. Broker, that was an awesome speech. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you.
Maddox Bergstein.
I'd like to say thank you to my mother and my father. That's really it.
Shelby Broughton.
I'd like to thank my family, my friends, and of course the Eagle teachers.
Landon Coy.
I'd like to thank all my friends and family, specifically my dad, for never giving up on me.
Ashlyn Dooley.
Thank you to my family and my friends for all showing up, and thank you for everyone who made it possible and helps me graduate high school.
Anson Fisher.
I want to thank all my friends, my family, and all my teachers for their support and the great moments.
Micah Friesen.
Thank you to my family and all of my friends. Thank you, Miss Norton. Thank you, Miss Potter. And thank you so much, Miss Patton. Thank you all. I appreciate you.
Samantha Gant.
I would just like to thank my family and my friends, and especially the teachers here. I'd never thought that I would be standing here on the stage today, but here we are. Got it right here. So I just want to thank you all for making my time at Eagle such a blessing.
Lily Kobe. And Sid Vicious.
Thank you to my loved ones, and I would especially like to thank Miss Patton. Even though she's not here, she kept me going.
Lucas Millage.
I'd like to thank my family for supporting me, and thank you to my friends for coming out to see me graduate. Thank you, guys.
Julieta Rotas Montiel.
Hi, thank you all for coming. Y pues gracias a mi mamá, la que me dio vida y todo. I'm very thankful for this opportunity.
Cooper Rosenbach.
I just want to say thank you, Mom, thank you, Dad, and thank you, my family, and everyone who supported me on my journey.
Hayden Windley.
I just want to say thank you to my family and friends for always being there for me. And of course, the Eagle staff. That's all. Have a good day.
And we're going to bring it on home with Mr. James Wisner.
Thank you to my family and friends. Thank you.
Didn't you love all those grad pictures? I'm particularly partial to that Bills one. Thank you, Landon. I'm a Buffalo native. Go Bills. I just did that. I'd like to invite graduate Cooper Rosenbach up for the turning of the tassels.
All right, can I? How does this work? All right, I want to congratulate all the 2026 Eagle Academy graduates, and let us throw our tassel. Awesome. Woo!
It is customary that we offer what we call the congratulations, and usually one of our teachers lead us in that. So let's welcome Miss Erin Norton to the podium.
See, now I'm going to be this guy. All right. I'm a little shorter than Cooper over there. All right, everyone. Nowhere is as special as Eagle Academy. I know that sounds grandiose coming from a newer teacher, but Eagle is a home away from home where many of us have found our chosen family. When I left my interview 2 years ago, I walked away truly feeling the love and compassion of these amazing human beings. It was clear to me that Eagle was going to be a place I truly belonged, surrounded by individuals who give grace and care at every opportunity. We are missing a vital part of that family with the absence of Lindsay Patton. Although we all deeply miss her, her spirit and dedication are woven into the fabric of this school and into the success of every student sitting here today. Her legacy is a reminder of why we call this place a chosen family. It is that connection, that refusal to let anyone fall through the cracks that truly sets us apart. The world labels Eagle Academy as alternative education, but I often wonder, what actually makes us alternative? To answer that, I turned to teacher Koro Sensei using an anime reference I hope my students appreciate. While teaching the class with the lowest test scores, he states, "The difference between the novice and the master is that the master has failed more times than the novice has tried." When I look at this group of students, I see that mastery. I see individuals who have tried and failed to the point where success was only a matter of true grit and determination. I see people who have been knocked down and stood back up, refusing to retreat into complacency. That grit is where the magic happens. As some of you know, after my collegiate athletic career, I spent time as a coach. What I learned on the field is directly applicable to the classroom. And I am reminded of a quote by the legendary Bill Bowerman. When asked about his training secrets, he said, "The magic is in the man, not the 100 miles." That is true for school as well. There is no secret curriculum. The magic isn't in the assignments or the textbooks. The magic is in you. It is in your buy-in, your camaraderie, the positive self-talk, and the confidence. Just like a sports team supporting each other to make it to the championship, this group bonded to reach extraordinary heights. I saw that magic come to life in our senior seminar this semester. We didn't just get through the work. We truly bonded. We challenged each other with high-level questions, but we did it with joy. We even turned a power outage into a memory, gathering around our makeshift campfire to sing songs in the dark. Watching you lift each other up didn't just impress me. It brought a tear to my eye. Moments like that are why I am here. I always say that the biggest thing that makes this job worth it is the fact that I get to laugh with you every single day. But the truth is, while I may be the teacher, I have received as much as I have given. Thank you for welcoming me into your family. Thank you for the songs in the dark, and thank you for showing me what true resilience looks like. As you walk across this stage, do not be afraid of the challenges waiting for you. Remember, the master has failed more times than the novice has tried. So keep failing, keep trying, keep rising. Eagle Academy will always be your home, but the world is waiting for your mastery. Once an eagle, always an eagle, and congratulations, class of 2026.
I'd like to invite graduate Mr. Anson Fisher up here for the closing remarks.
A little short. As we come to the close of this ceremony, I want to take a moment to acknowledge something that has touched our community deeply and continues to live in our hearts. This past month, we lost a member of our school family, Miss Lindsay Patton. Her absence is still felt by all of us. There are moments when our memory from her class, a laugh, or lesson reference. The emotions catch us by surprise, yet Through the strength and support of with our community, we continue forward, carrying her impact with us and striving to make her proud. To the graduates before me, as you take your next steps, remember that your journey has been shaped not by lessons from textbooks, but by the people who believe in you, challenged you, and stood beside you. Our teachers, past and present, have taught us far more than academics. They have taught us resilience, compassion, and how to show up for one another. And to our classmates, thank you for the moments and the laughter and the challenges and the growth we shared together. As we move forward today, let us do with graduates with purpose and with understanding that the legacy of those who guided us, especially Ms. Patton, lives on in each of us. Congratulations to the graduates, and may you carry these lessons and these people with you wherever you go.
Anson, are you giving this back to me? God, you gotta love that kid. Thank you, parents and families. You truly make a profound difference in your students' lives, and once again, thank you for being here to help celebrate our graduates. Eagle Academy High School class of 2026, go out and make a difference in the world. And we know, and please know, we are always here for you. Congratulations. Thank you.
Shine.